has taken over. Let's go. It's Ferrall. Coast to coast. Steaks, chicks, stacks. You and I are going to make a lot of money. It's Ferrall, coast to coast. All right, hour 2 of Coast to Coast on a Where Do You Hurt Wednesday. Make sure you get the SportsGrid app on iOS or Android. It's free. You're going to love it. Follow your favorite hosts like Carver High. Got everything, stories, highlights, videos, scores, in-game odds. It has it all. You can watch the network, listen to the network. Both options available on the SportsGrid app. Get it today for free on iOS or Android. I think you're going to dig it. Great to have all of our affiliates on the TV side, streaming side, radio side, satellite radio side on a C2C with Carver High in New York City. Just an update. It's U.S. by 19 right now, 8 left in the third. They're doing whatever they want to Sudan in their second group game in France in the men's hoops. They're scoring at will, and they're not having any problem at all with Sudan. If Sudan's going to do it at all, cover this number, they got to do it now or never, because they've been kind of, fluttering around that 20-point mark pretty much since the second quarter, Mike.
That's precisely what they have been doing so far. They are pounding them 57-38. The live number's 31.5 out there. And in other 3-on-3 news, Scotty, the women 3-on-3 team, they just lost that game 20-17 to Azerbaijan. Go ahead, say it again, Scotty. You have
Azerbaijan mustard.
Azerbaijan. There it is. So 20-17, the final there. They have lost both of their games so far. They to really have any shot to advance, they play Australia and Spain tomorrow. They're playing a double dip with the 3-on-3 doubleheader. They'll probably have to win both of those games to have any shot of advancing out of the group play in the women's 3-on-3.
They've lost every game so far. I'd say they'll lose tomorrow, too. Like, they're losing because they suck. They're just not good, okay? And neither is the men's side. They're too small.
The men's side. They start in about a half an hour, Jimmer and the crew against Poland. And we'll probably get to turn that on because it seems like this USA-South Sudan 5-on-5 game is going to be well in the bag by then, I would have to say, Sky. Although, when the line's 29.5, I guess there's that always
now
keeps
it's
14.
They got it down to 14.
Wow. How about that?
Timeout.
So,
you're getting a TO. Stevie Kerr. Got to get a TO, baby.
60-46. They're getting a timeout. We'll see what happens there. 8-1 Cardinals lead the Rangers. 6-3 Royals lead the White Sox. Still 2-2 Braves and Brewers. That's in the 7th. And I'm watching the Nats and the D-backs as well. They are scoreless in the 2nd out in Arizona. Mariners and Red Sox are going to start any moment now. I just have a couple of other things for you from last night, and then we're going to move on. First, Diamondbacks, who are playing now, we mentioned they won 17-0. We rang the bell, not just with Ryan McMahon, but with Eugenio Suarez as well. He hit not 1, not 2, but 3 homers, Scotty, on MLB Net.
Jeez.
How about 3? Gino Suarez has hit 3 home runs. His second career 3-homer game. And it's been numbers 14, 15, and 16 for Gino. And it's a 5 RBI night.
It's still July.
Thank goodness.
Oh, he is just scorching.
Yeah, honestly, that's just, what are you, Reggie Jackson? This guy hitting 3 home runs and having 4 RBIs, scored 4 runs. What didn't he? 5 RBIs and 4 runs. The guy, what hasn't he done? Big night.
What hasn't he done, indeed? And finally, speaking of what hasn't he done, the A's beat the Giants 5-2 in the Battle of the Bay. And when you talk about what has he done, how about our man Brent Rooker, who once again got it done last night? Scotty, Rooker in the month of July, he's hitting .410, 11 homers, and 30 RBIs. Man, he's going to be upset when the calendar turns to August tomorrow. NBC Sports California last night for Rooker.
And Brent Rooker gives us a ride, and you can kiss that goodbye. Brent Rooker continues his resume here in July to be the
Yeah, and how about let's rack him up tonight again? It's still the 31st.
I'm thinking about it. Believe me, he could be definitely an add-on. And let's also give our hat tip to the Butler, because the Butler did it again last night also.
The Butler did it.
I mean, and we gave you Rooker's numbers. These are kind of, I guess, small in comparison. In the month of July, your boy Butler, 379, 10 homers, and 27 RBIs. So Rooker and Butler have absolutely
I'm surprised they didn't trade both of them. That hack franchise.
I'm surprised they didn't trade
the
all
guy
of them
hitting
either.
410, the guy hitting 370. Let's trade them.
Trade them. Why not? Get everybody out of town.
Traded Blackburn the Pirate.
Blackburn the Pirate they got rid of. I told you earlier the Orioles recalled their top prospect in baseball, which is Jackson Holliday. He was 2 for 34 when they brought him up in April, Scotty, so they sent him back down. He came back today and promptly hit a grand slam against the Jays in that Oriole win. Grand slam breakfast for Jackson Holliday. Welcome back to the kid. The Rays got the final approval for that new stadium, so they will get that done. It's supposed to open in 2028. Is when, again, I mean, come on. They put these things up. I mean, it's like building, why are we taking 3+ years to build stadiums now, Sky? Get them up and going. Let's go. Enough.
Labor and it's labor and wood. It's very expensive.
That's really what it is. You're right about that. Here we go. I wanted to give you all this today also, since we've now passed the trade deadline and everybody has made their moves going into the stretch run. Odds to win the American League, believe it or not. Or maybe actually you can believe it with the way they've played the last few days. The Yankees are still the favorites. Plus 250, Orioles right behind them. Here come the Astros. The Guardians have been playing better, and they're at 650. Twins, Mariners, Royals, and Sox.
Well, look, based on what I'm seeing, if they're healthy, if they're all intact, and I'm not even talking about their pitching because I think their bullpen's shaky. But, last night they closed the door. Today they closed the door. They got it done. So I can't say it's bad. It's just been shaky. It's been shaky for a month and a half. But they were better last night, better today, sweep the Phillies. I'm telling you, their lineup is so different with Jazz Chisholm and Stanton's bat. And if Verdugo's hitting, and automatic, you got Judge and Soto hitting. And if they ever got anyone else, whether it was Volpe, DJ, Glaber Day, anyone else, hitting at all, Wells, they are a very dangerous lineup. Very dangerous. Just look the last 5 games what that lineup did. Look at the games that Jazz played and look at the numbers. Look at the hitting. Look at the runs. Look at the home runs. Look at the at-bats. Every guy. Like last night, Judge had 3 hits, and every guy is hitting, and if they're healthy, and every guy, you have to face that lineup, and if they're all healthy, that's why they're favored to win the American League, because their lineup has the capability of being badass.
It certainly does. On the National League side, it is the Dodgers at plus 150, Phillies plus 225, then the Braves are plus 650, Brewers, Padres,
what are the Pirates?
Mets. Where are the Pirates? I'll tell you right now, 50-1. To win the National League.
Give me the Pirates and Skeens.
I actually saw this morning, you could still get the Pirates at plus 350 to make the playoffs. At plus 350.
I love that bet.
The books are still thinking that the Pirates aren't going to be there. Me and you are thinking the Pirates are going to be there. So plus 350 for the Buccos. To maybe get themselves in. Why not? And the Dodgers, of course, are the favorites for the World Series still after the trade deadline.
And did you see those?
450.
What were the odds on those Padres there? So that's another team. The outsiders, 15, Mets, Padres, and Pirates.
Padres are 15 for the NL and 30 for the World Series. The Mets are 20 for the NL. Diamondbacks are 20 for the NL, 40 for the World Series. So
those are some great odds on teams that are playing great baseball. I am telling you, all those teams are playing great baseball. And have fun with that Padres bullpen beating them. Honestly, I think they're going to be tough.
recently, I feel like I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm not making bad swings. I don't feel like I'm making terrible decisions, and just had got a little bit of a streak of bad luck on par fives. Didn't birdie any of them at the Open, didn't birdie any of them today. It's just, and I didn't feel like I did anything terribly wrong, right? But that's just golf. It happens. What's done is done, and this week is the most important week of the year right now.
If he lands it pin high, he's going to be off over the pin position and leave himself a tough putt there. That should bite now. He didn't like it by the looks of it, but he'll love it when he sees it.
Just get this before that bunker. Put himself in a good position.
Just a tiny little baby fade, ideally placed.
To tie the lead at 16. Playing well, isn't he, John Rahm?
And OMG, what a championship Sunday we just witnessed.
Win, right? Selfishly, you always want to get that done, but you don't want to see a teammate and a good friend missing a putt for that happening for me.
The Live Golf League delivers every single event, doesn't it? I mean, what an incredible finish there. You know what, Tyrrell Hatton, I feel for him. He's been playing beautiful golf. In fact, since Miami, he's been the best player in our league based on the strokes gained metric.
I'm really happy that I had my first Live Golf win. Now that Kelly and the kids are watching, just knowing that I'm bringing the trophy home for them, it feels good to say that it's coming home.
Back from coast to coast here on a Wednesday, a Golf Wednesday on C2C. And of course, every week, the Prime Minister Cam Stewart joins us as we get ready for this week's usually PGA Tour event. But got news for you, Cam. We do not have a PGA Tour event this week. Instead, we will go to Paris, where everybody is for the Olympics right now. Le Golf National. As the men will go for the gold medal this weekend. Of course, only every 4 years you get this tournament. Rose won it in 16. Xander won it in Tokyo. And now we are going for the gold one more time. Cam, it is great to see you as always on a Golf Wednesday. I'm looking forward to this 60 golfer field.
Me too. This course is amazing. The field is amazing. This is going to be awesome. Golf in the Olympics, it just works out perfectly, buddy. I'll tell you. Shout out to you, Carver, with Johnny Vegas. I know you had the first round leader. This guy gets it done. I'll tell you, Sundays have been a disaster for me. I look at my cards every week and go, wow, Cam, you got a couple guys there. And then Sunday rolls around. As I told my girlfriend, I go, I don't even bother why I watch anymore. Let's just go out for a couple beers. Anyway, but I feel good about the Olympics. I feel real good about the Olympics, Carver. I got a couple real crazy ones for you. Real crazy.
I feel real good about it as well, Cam, and I'm looking forward to this. Of course, this is the course. They play on the DP World Tour at this course every single year in Paris. You had the Ryder Cup here back in 2018, so some of the guys that are out there are going to know this place, that's for sure. Let's start, Cam, by just taking a look at who the chalk is. Of course, as we know, Scotty Scheffler and Xander Schauffele, who have been the best all year at the top of the board for the United States. Rory, Rahm, Morikawa, Hebert, Fleetwood, Lowry, and Victor Hovland are all going to be in the mix this week. And we got a lot of picks to get to, Cam, so I'm just going to get right into it and let it fly here. My picks for the gold in Paris this weekend. I will start with the chalk, and I'm going to go with Jon Rahm, Cam. I love the way he has played the last couple weeks. Gutsy effort at the Open Championship. His first win at Live in the United Kingdom. This guy's playing great golf right now, and you're giving me a 10-1 for him? I mean, look, you can make an argument, Cam. He should be right there at the top with Scheffler and Schauffele. So 10-1 for Rahm. Colin Morikawa is due for a win this year. Maybe this is the week that he gets it done and he puts a gold medal around his neck because he has been right there in every big tournament. 12-1 for him. Victor Hovland knows the course. I know Victor's been a little up and down, but 25-1 for Victor in a 60-man field was very appealing to me, Cam. So I'm going to take a shot with Vic. The Irish Bear, Shane Lowry, Blew up for me at the Open 2 weeks ago on Saturday. Blew up for all of us at the Open. But he was the flag bearer for Ireland. He's into this. He's played at this course before, and he knows it. I'm going to go with the Irish Bear here at 30-1. Tom Kim, 30-1. I know this is a big theme for a lot of people, the Korean guys with the military service, and if they win, they don't have to go into the military. So, and I think this course fits Tom Kim very well. So 30-1 for me, and my bomb will be Thomas Dietrich at 70-1, who also has several DP World Tour events at this course and has some top 10 finishes.
Yeah, I like Dietrich a lot. I love Tom Kim this week, too. I think the course is going to suit him. Shane Lowry will be there. The question is, can he put 4 rounds together, Carver? My picks, I added one of yours, and it was either going to be Rahm or Morikawa, and I added Morikawa, but I love Rahm. I already have a matchup bet with him, so little light card for me because I'm dabbling on the women, too. I like Colin Morikawa at 12-1. I'm going to take Aberg. I'm going to tell you, I like Sweden a lot in the men's and women's. I think they're going to have a great run at this thing. I'm going to take him at 14. Tommy Kim, you got a better number. And Corey Connors, the Prime Minister representing. The thing about Connors, perfect fit for the course. Hit a couple putts, Corey. We can get you in there 35-1. Get you on the damn podium. Let's go.
I think it is a really nice course for Connors, Cam. I really do. I think that this is the kind of place where, and the rough's not going to be as bad as it was for the Ryder Cup a few years ago, but it's a place where Connors is going to be able to shine. All right, the placements for me, top 5. Xander's always there. He's won the gold here. He's always in the top 5 in what seems like every big event so far this year, so I have to go with him at plus 115. Alex Noren, you said the Swedes, Cam. I'm going to big bomb a top 5 with Alex Noren at 5-1 and see if he can be in the mix. Ben An, the other Korean golfer, top 10 at 3-1. Wyndham the Butler Clark, top 10 at plus 360. Everyone's talking about the other 3 American golfers, Cam. And Clark, I think, will be around this weekend at some point on Saturday and Sunday. And my top 20 bombs, not really a bomb, but Matthew Pavan's been very good this year. It's in his home country. He's talked all week about the pride it would be to win the gold. Top 20 at plus 130. And you know what, Cam? There's been some big numbers for him for top 5s and 10s. I'm probably going to sprinkle those as well. And Matteo Manassero,
he's my guy.
Top 20 at plus 230. Played well at the Scottish Open. I will take a shot with Matteo.
People don't know Matteo already won this year on the DP World Tour and has a couple top 5s. People have to be careful. This guy is phenom. Let's go, Carver. Top 5s. Man, you got stones putting Noren that high. You could have got him top 10 at a price, but that's what Carver likes. Extra. Hey, Squirrel, you love your nuts, Carver. Put some in the tree for the NFL season. You got a lot there. Let's roll. We got Morikawa top 5 plus 160. Aberg top 5 plus 180. Tommy Kim, these are all my guys, but I'm playing them top 5s and 10s. Plus 140. The Canadian Connors, great course for him. Love the top 10 price at plus 150. I'm with you on Dietrich, plus 240 for a top 10. That's nice. And the Polish Hammer, hey, he could be discus, he could be golf. He's Adrian Meronk. Big price with Meronk for a top 20, Carver, plus 140. This guy's an animal.
All right, first round leaders, Cam. Here we go. For me, Tommy Fleetwood, 25-1. Alex Noren, 30-1. There's Dietrich again, 45-1. Thorborn Olesen at 50-1. Some good track record here. Victor Perez, also from France, at 55-1. And the bronze medalist at the last Olympics, CT Pots and Pans at 80-1 for first round leader. Quickly, Cam.
Love it, Carver. Yeah, you got me. Fleetwood 25, Corey Connors 35. I got Dietrich at 40. Victor Perez, we're reading each other's mail at 55. And Sammy Valimaki. Hey, it's hockey time with the Finn at 75-1.
And the ladies start early next week. Same course, Cam, after the men finish. Here we go. Nelly Korda won me the gold last time. We'll go with her. Rose Zhang, Leona Maguire from Ireland, and Charlie Hull ripping the heaters at 26-1. Go ahead, Cam.
Then Grant, I love this lady to win it all at 18-1. Give me Hannah Green at 25, Patty Tedevinkinet. Say it again 3 times, 30-1. And I added one too, Carver. Another Swede, Nia Stark at 66-1. Blow it up.
Let's go for the gold this weekend with the golf, baby. The Prime Minister, Cam Stewart, on Golf Wednesdays. To the window, we stay hot.
You better.
See you soon, Cam.
Recently, I feel like I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm not making bad swings. I don't feel like I'm making terrible decisions, and just had got a little bit of a streak of bad luck on par fives. Didn't birdie any of them at the Open, didn't birdie any of them today. It's just, and I didn't feel like I did anything terribly wrong, right? But that's just golf. It happens. What's done is done, and this week is the most important week of the year right now.
If he lands it pin high, he's going to be off over the pin position and leave himself a tough putt there. That should bite now. He didn't like it by the looks of it, but he'll love it when he sees it.
Just got this before that bunker. Put himself in a good position.
Just a tiny little baby fade, ideally placed.
To tie the lead at 16. Playing well, isn't he, John Rahm?
And OMG, what a championship Sunday we just witnessed.
Win, right? Selfishly, you always want to get that done, but you don't want to see a teammate and a good friend, missing a putt for that happening for me.
The Live Golf League delivers every single event, doesn't it? I mean, what an incredible finish there. You know what, Tyrrell Hatton, I feel for him. He's been playing beautiful golf. In fact, since Miami, he's been the best player in our league based on the strokes gained metric.
I'm really happy that I had my first Live Golf win. Now that Kelly and the kids are watching, just knowing that I'm bringing the trophy home for them, it feels good to say that it's coming home.
It's USA 73-57 over Sudan, and Bam has 16. KD has 11. LeBron has 10. Your boy Ant has 8. And Curry is awful. He's got 1 on a tech free throw. He's 0 for 6 from the floor, 0 for 5 from downtown. So Curry having a terrible game against Sudan. They're up 16. I don't know if they're covering that number. I don't know if they win by 30.
It doesn't seem like it at this point, right? Like they had that 20-plus point lead and they, kind of, I guess you want to say, took the foot off the gas. I think that's the hardest thing about laying 30 points is that you just don't know. They don't need to go hard here, right? I mean, they really don't. They're going to win the game. They don't care if they win by 13 or win by 30. So I don't think you're going to get much resistance. I think you're probably going to get the cover if you had South Sudan, Scotty, at this point. Unless they bring it. You know what it is? I don't know who hasn't played and who has. Unless they bring some guys in the fourth who haven't gotten burned, and they go out there and want to finally show off a little bit. I think that's the only way you maybe have a shot of getting that thing back up to 30, depending on who's going to be out on the floor. Let's get to tonight. We, of course, have several games in baseball to get to for the evening slate. We'll start with Cincinnati, Cubbies and the Reds. Kyle Hendricks and Nick Lodolo tonight, minus 150 for Cincinnati, plus $1.25 for the Cubs, and a 9.5.
I like the Reds here again, and that'll be a sweep, right? Didn't they kick their ass again last night?
They did. They did kick their ass again last night. That is correct.
I like Lodolo and the Reds again.
I like Lodolo and the Reds, too. We like a tater in that game. We'll get to the lion's share next segment, of course. The Pirates and the Astros tonight in Minute Maid. Framber Valdez goes for Houston. The Pirates look for the sweep with your boy Jake Woodford's reserve going for the Buccos here this evening. Right now, minus 225 for the Stros, plus $1.80 for the Pirates, and a flat 8.
So they're giving Pittsburgh no chance at all in this game. Look at the the numbers. They're enormous. So, I mean, I'm seeing it right now at plus $1.85, something in that. Are you seeing anything like around that number? I'll take him. Why would I not take him after they kicked their ass 2 nights in a row? It didn't matter. They threw Brown last night. Brown was the better pitcher. Again tonight, Valdez, the better pitcher. What does it matter when the Astros aren't hitting and the Pirates are hitting all these home runs and scoring all these runs? And now they got De La Cruz. They got IKF. They got all these extra bats. Taylor's hot. Cruise Missile's hot. Reynolds is back. Why not? Are you kidding me? They beat them 2 in a row. No one thought they were going to win any of those games. Why wouldn't I take that $1.85 tonight?
Why not? Indeed. The Dodgers and the Padres once again out at Petco tonight. Clayton Kershaw and Dylan Cease. The pitching matchup, good one. Cease minus 135. Dodgers plus $1.15 and a flat 7.
You know what? I got to go San Diego again. They beat him last night down 5-0. Cease is, already had a no-hitter. He's been great. He's winning. He's got good numbers, good stuff. Kershaw's first start, he went 4 innings. What are they going to let him go tonight? 5? I got to worry about the Los Angeles bullpen. That's what I got to worry about. What's going to happen after Kershaw? Because Kershaw's not going deep into this game. So Give me the Padres again.
The Rockies and the Angels get together one more time in Anaheim. Kyle Freeland going against your boy Daniel. This guy stinks, by the way. At least he's in the couple innings that he's pitched. Davis Daniel going for the Angels, who are minus 135, plus 115 for the Rockies, and an 8.5. Up, and away. That is a gas can night again in Anaheim, just like last night.
Yeah, I like the over, and I'll take the Angels on the run line, laying it, and getting $1.43 if it hits. They did it last night. Why not again tonight? The Rockies only win at Coors.
Yeah, very true. And finally, Battle of the Bay again. Ross Stripling and Logan Webb for the Giants and the A's. Minus 210 for Webb and the Giants, plus 170 for Oakland, and a 7.5.
Over again. And I'll tell you what. I mean, obviously, you'd think it's got to be Webb, but the bottom line is he's a losing record now. All I hear about is Logan Webb all the time, and he's not winning. So give me the A's at the fat price of $1.75 with all those home runs they hit. Give me the A's.
The staple of consistency within the AFC North, that's the Pittsburgh Steelers. 17 years under Mike Tomlin, never a losing record, never less than 8 wins.
You add Patrick Queen there over from your division rival. You take a look at that offensive line, which does have some question marks, but still a decent wide receiving core that they have, a running game that has Najee Harris, and a quarterback that's been there, done that.
The Early Line, only on SportsGrid.
Where are you at in terms of a starting lineup? What do you want to see from Team USA?
I think he'll get guys involved, and then there's your lockdown defender at the point guard, the point of attack, right? I do like Curry. I would then go with Ant. I like Ant over Booker. I think if you look at the way the Canada game was, they looked kind of slow starting, and then they kind of got rolling.
Game time decisions, only on SportsGrid.
He talked about Major League Baseball and its rule, or actually its relationship with sports betting and gambling.
Integrity is the foremost concern, and a lot of people are questioning that given all the scandals, right? There's Mercado, there's Pat Hoberg, one of the best umpires in MLB, suspended right now. We don't exactly know what he did, but he's been disciplined, and he hasn't umpired a game this year.
Newswire, only on SportsGrid. The Bostonian versus the Book.
Your mustache is falling.
Mustache is falling off. It's got to go. Ski's got another strikeout that I don't want to take. As soon as I take it off, they're going to give up a run. I'm trying to keep it on until he comes out of the game. It's all over the place. Come on. I'm superstitious.
He's got 10. He's got 10 Ks.
He's cruising. Wow.
They pulled Skeens, by the way.
Yeah, they pulled him. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
The Bostonian versus the Book. The brighter the lights, the bigger the stakes. Hunt or be hunted. Know your prey. This is a whole new jungle. This is The Lion's Share. Brought to you by BetMGM.
And how about the Swing for the Fences promotion? It's unbelievable. You can win daily prizes, and listen to this. It's free. Play as the batter and pick an area of the strike zone. Get a single, double, triple, homer, or even a flyout. And you're getting, if you're an account holder at BetMGM, you're getting rewards that you can use in a 24-hour window that include parlay boost tokens, odds boost tokens, single game parlay boost tokens, bonus spins, and eligible casino states. You can tap into the casino, start like playing, games in there. You be spinning, you get a little roulette going, you get a little action, and then bonus bets. They're giving money to people left and right. Like I said, all rewards expire in 24 hours. So whenever Carver High hits, he has a double, triple, a homer. He gets those boost tokens. Boom, he puts it right in on taters, and he's got like a combo meal going. He's making all kinds of money. It's the Swing for the Fences promotion on BetMGM. You're going to love it. The Lion's Share brought to you by BetMGM. Time for some salty taters again tonight. We made you all kinds of money again last night. What do you got for us tonight, Carver High, the king of taters?
Yeah, big night last night with both McMahon and Suarez. Late night, too. So we got some good late night hits, and we're going to try to do it again tonight. We only have a limited slate, but that doesn't mean we can't find ourselves some taters to go after. We'll start in Cincinnati with the Cubs and the Reds tonight. And look who it is, Scotty. You know how I like to do things, really. I like going after pitchers, especially pitchers that give up lots of home runs. And that's precisely what Kyle Hendricks does for the Cubs. He has been a gas can this year. He's given up 16 homers in 80 innings so far. And look who we got. Ellie De La Cruz for the Reds at plus 425. And we're getting him from the side of the plate where he hits his most power on the left side. You got the soft toss and Hendricks in there. Let's go big fly for Ellie to start things off tonight.
Yeah, I love it because I already told you I like the Reds to finish off the sweep and bury the Cubs who stink. And here's a perfect opportunity at over 4-1 to make some money.
Let's do it. We got a double shot from the Padre-Dodger game at Petco tonight. So we stretched some things out because we do have only a couple of games. We'll start with Manny Machado. Now, Machado's hot, Sky. He's got 3 homers in the last 2 games, including 2 last night against the Dodgers. And what does he do against Clayton Kershaw? How about 13 for 40 with 4 home runs in his career off of him? So plus 450 for Machado tonight to stay hot and beat up on a guy that he sees very well.
Manny time. And then, there's so many guys with pop in that lineup. Tatis, Cronenworth. There's so many guys that can hit home runs in that lineup. I love that bet, though. Manny's on fire, and he owns Kershaw, and he wants to do it against the Dodgers at Petco.
No doubt about that. On the Dodgers side of things, it's rare that we get this guy above 3-1. That's why we usually don't see him on the Lion's Share very often, even though he hits so many taters. And that is because Dylan Cease is on the mound for the Padres now. He's coming off throwing a no-hitter. Well, we get Ohtani at plus 310 tonight, and he's got some history, Scotty. 3 for 11 with 2 homers off of Cease in his career. So you're going to give me over 3-1 at plus 310? We'll put Ohtani on the Lion's Share card tonight.
I mean, why not? I'd love to see a show like that tonight. I'd love to see Machado hit one, Ohtani hit one, a great game in San Diego. Just like last night, 5-0, come back, beat them 6-5, walk-off style. How about tonight, a couple of big stars hit home runs and we rake some cash?
Let's go. We told you that, at least I told you I'm expecting a nice gas can night in Anaheim between the Rockies and the Angels. We got it last night. We hit with McMahon. I'm going back to the Rockies tonight, especially against this Davis Daniel, who's allowed 3 homers and only 17 innings pitched so far. Now, we've talked about some guys hot in the month of July, Scotty. Michael Toglia of the Rockies, he's been hot as well. 2 homers in the last week and 9 in the month of July. Plus 400 for Toglia tonight, hitting from the powerful side on the left against Daniel. I'll take a shot with him.
I like it. There's a lot of runs that are going to be scored in this game. I bet the over, just like last night, they scored a ton of runs. Let's do it again tonight. Toglia hits one 4-1. Let's keep stacking.
One more for that game because I love going after Kyle Freeland whenever he's on the mound for the Colorado Rockies, and that is with Taylor Ward, who also has heated up. 2 homers in the last week. Freeland's given up 8 in 52 innings pitched this year, and a nice price, plus 575 for Taylor Ward tonight in Anaheim. Let's go.
I'm surprised he's still on the Angels, to be honest with you. So why not, bet him at that price? Are you kidding me? He's tough. A lot of people thought he was going to be moved with that bat of his. Now he can keep stroking home runs for the Angels. Start with one tonight.
All right, now we'll go to the Giants and the A's. Now, let me say a few things here. We're going to go with Ramos against the Oakland starter, of course, Ross Stripling. Stripling's not very good, Scotty. You know that. Look at his price on Ramos, 7-1. So that's there. But let me give you some notes here with our guys from July. We gave you the Rooker and the Butler numbers for Oakland. Now, here's what scared me off for putting him in the lion's share as a main play. Webb doesn't give up homers. We know he doesn't win, but he doesn't give up homers at all. So listen to these numbers tonight if you would like to take a shot. Rooker, plus 625 against Logan Webb tonight. And the Butler, plus 1050. That is 10-1 for Butler, who's hit 10 homers in the month of July. I know Webb doesn't give up a lot, but maybe a small sprinkle, Scotty, with the Butler and the Rooker to close it out here on July 31st.
I mean, what do you have to lose? Like, are you kidding me? The guy's 10-1, and he doesn't give up home runs. But like I said, he's not winning either. So who's to say he doesn't pull a Garrett Cole and put up a meat pie right over the plate and let Butler rake one?
Hopefully it's against one of those guys. That's for sure. And finally, this is a contingent big ball that I wanted to throw you for tonight. Now, I have been looking. I have been checking. The Pirates have not put up their lineup yet for tonight in Houston against Framber Valdez. But if he's in the lineup, Scotty, for the first time, Brian De La Cruz putting the Bucco uniform on at plus 775. He's got 18 homers this year. He does hit for power. Let's get a big Bucco welcome tonight, Scotty. If he's in the lineup, make sure you check. Plus 775 for Brian De La Cruz.
Yeah, honestly, so we know that IKF isn't going to play until at least August 2nd, a few days away.
Yes.
So I think De La Cruz will be in the lineup tonight. They did what they trade for him to sit him down, give him some rest. They traded to get that bat and those 18 home runs. Let's get him injected into the Buck lineup tonight. Welcome to the Cannonball Show. And he clears the decks at a fat price for Carver High.
Now, Taylor's homered 2 days in a row. He's 9-1 tonight. Taylor's homered the last 2 days.
Why
He's
not?
9-1.
He's hit one both nights. Give me another one, 9-1.
I mean, all these guys. Reynolds is 8-1. Cruz is plus 775. With Valdez, of course, the lefty being on the mound. So lots of juicy numbers for the Buccos tonight for Tater Time. So there you have it. For this evening, Tater Time, Ellie De La Cruz, Manny Machado, Ohtani, Michael Toglia, Taylor Ward, Heliot Ramos, and if he's in the lineup, Brian De La Cruz for the Buccos for the very first time. There it is, Scotty, our Taters for the lion's share, brought to you by BetMGM. Are we sweating out the cover here for the United States? They are not going to cover. I have 87-70. Is that what you have? I have
they're up 17, and they got to win by 30, and they just haven't been blowing them out at all. There's 5 minutes left and change, and they've been able to hover right around this number, 16, basically for an hour. So, I mean, I think they're going to cover to 29 and a hook. And the U.S. is going to win either way. So everybody's happy if Sudan covers that number. I love how, to be honest with you, everyone thought, when it was 43, they thought they were going to win by 60. When it was 30, all I heard was they're going to get blown out. And they're not blowing them out at all. They're going to beat them by like 20, 24 at most. And they're not going to cover 30.
They are not going to cover 30.
The Lion's Share, presented by BetMGM.
this transpire here at the First Bank Center here in Denver, Colorado. It wasn't just a big night of fights. It was a big night of memorable moments.
Conor McGregor with us here in Denver, Colorado. Left hand from Ron Paul. Right hand, right back from Mike Perry. Can I get a face-off with Conor McGregor, man?
It's an incredible setup here, incredible matchmaking, incredible storytelling. Oh, you had to come here. All these fighters that step in here, warriors, and all have my respect. And I'm into this game, yeah. We'll be into this, yeah.
And we are live here in the Maverick Center here in Salt Lake City. What a night. It is going to be historic indeed for BKFC 56.
Whoever's the king of violence right here, this is going to be a great fight. Early on the turn. Right hand from Mike Perry. Double jab. Who's the king of violence?
Combat fighting in its purest form, bare knuckle fighting in the city of angels.
We've got the biggest announcement in the BKFC history we're about to make, so let's make that announcement.
What's up, Knucklemania? The notorious Conor McGregor here. Ladies and gentlemen, the huge announcement that I have for you today. Conor McGregor, myself, and McGregor Sports and Entertainment is now an owner of Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. Welcome to the big leagues. David Feldman, baby, we did it.
He's now an owner of BKFC with us, and we're going to take this motherfucking thing all the way to the top now.
Well, I guess anything's possible. They're up 19 and with the ball and with 4 and change left, almost 4 minutes left in the game, and they've been scoring in droves. Now it's 21. They need 9 points to cover that number.
I mean, South Sudan would really have to let go of the rope here, right? Like, they'd really have to let go of the rope for them to cover 30. They got to cover this at this point. Who's out there for the United States? Are they playing anybody?
Everybody.
Who
LeBron, AD, White, and then Holiday and Book.
So I know you guys were saying in the break, I guess this was the game for Embiid to get no burn. I guess it was his turn, no burn for Embiid. Tonight, why not? Give him a break. He needs a rest after the way things have gone. I have a couple of other things from the Olympics for you. First of all, the USA with Jimmer has started that 3-on-3 game against Poland, and they are promptly already down 1-0. They just started, so 1-0 Poland over the United States and Jimmer. And you and Gabe were talking about, I know Gabe was mentioning that Canada women's team that got deducted the 6 points for the spying incident, Scotty. They needed to win over Colombia to advance despite all of that. They are up 1-0 in the 85th minute. So the Canadian women have a chance to move on, even with them taking 6 points out of their pocket for that spying thing. That'd be pretty amazing if they actually did get through after losing 6 of their points. And that'll probably be a problem for everybody when they get to the knockout stage.
Yeah, I mean, that's huge if they looks like they're going to finish them off up 1, and there's, 8-9 minutes left maximum in that game with extra time, so they're going to get in. And then this thing is 18 right now with Sudan, and they got the ball. So they're down 18 and have the ball, 2.5 left. They're going to cover. They're going to cover that 30. They got the ball, and they've scored, and they keep scoring. And they, had a couple dunks. So it's not like they're getting, rolled and pushed around. They're still getting good looks.
Even a game like this, it's blowout. The who's going to win has not been in consequence the whole entire time. But it still matters for a lot of us these last few minutes, these last couple minutes in this game to see if the number's going to get covered. 8-4 Poland now. With the USA. I'm going to flip that on, actually, Scotty, and see what goes on with Jimmer and the crew. Braves are up 6-2 on the Brewers. 2 homers for Matt Olson today. 2 homers for Travis d'Arnaud today. Both of them with 2 homers for Atlanta as they're up 6-2 in the 9th. The Cards are going to finish off the Rangers 10-1. They're in the top of the 9th there. 1-1 Nats and Diamondbacks, and the Red Sox 1-0 over the Mariners very early on in that one too. All right, I got a lot of NFL that we're going to weave in as well here as we move along, including tomorrow night, Scotty, the first NFL preseason game is going to take place. The annual Hall of Fame game in Canton. Of course, none of the Bears starters are going to be playing.
No one plays.
There it is, minus
it's the worst.
1.
It's a high school game.
Texans at 31.5 for the Bears. Now, the Bears are not playing anyone in this game. DJ Moore did get paid, though, yesterday. 4 years, $110 million, $82 guaranteed. The largest contract in Bears history, believe it or not, because they don't like to give out money, the Chicago Bears, but they gave it to DJ Moore.
Listen, they are stacked at receiver, and they got this kid, Williams, and, it's a shame we don't get to see him with all their talent roll it out in Canton because they're not going to play any of them. All of their receivers, no one's playing. Williams, nobody. So they're playing a bunch of hacks, and that's just a terrible football game any way you slice it. It's literally a high school game. So whatever, but this guy's got targets. They got tight ends, receivers galore, the Bears, and that's why everyone thinks that they're going to be so good, and that Eberflus is going to be the coach of the year, and that Williams is going to be the rookie of the year, and that the Bears are going over their win total, and that the Bears are possibly a playoff time. Okay, well, famous last words. They are, the hype team of this season. I mean, they're getting as much hype as the Jets, and the Jets, they lost 10 games last year with their vaunted defense that is so incredible that they still lost 10 games. And they have Aaron Rodgers back. All I hear about is the Jets and Bears, Jets and Bears, Jets and Bears. Well, let's see how they both do. Now, they never do well. They never do well. The Jets never, 8 out of 10 years, the Jets do nothing. They might have 2 good years out of 10. And then the Bears they're 0 for 10. They never have a good year, ever. Even when they were good, they sucked. Do you remember when Pinheiro missed the field goal in the playoffs from 20 yards out? That's who they are. That's exactly who they are. You remember back in the day, Denny Green? We are who they thought they were. That's exactly who the Bears are, losers. That's just all there is to it. I've been hearing about the Bears. Every year it's the same crap I hear in New York. The Jets and Giants are going to the Super Bowl. In Chicago, they do the same thing. Bears have opened up training camp in Lake Forest. Big Super Bowl year here. They haven't sniffed it since 85.
No, they haven't. That's why all that hype is why Caleb Williams is the favorite for the Offensive Rookie of the Year. Now he's plus 135 for that, with Jaden Daniels at 6-1 and Harrison at plus 650. So I had that for you today. And I also have, since you say how everybody
I'm on Harrison,
the Bears, which is Harrison. Yeah, why not? I can see that. He could have a very big year there. A big bet that came in on the Bears. We always love when people put big bets in early on. Let me find this for you. Here it is. A bettor at BetMGM wagered $3,000 on the Chicago Bears at 40-1 to win the Super Bowl. It would take in $120K. The Bears have not won a playoff game since 2010. There you go, Scotty. 3 large to the window with the Bears to win the Super Bowl. Big bet.
I mean, honestly, they're so awful. They're not winning the Super Bowl. I don't care how much he bet. I don't care where he bet it, who he bet it with. These are insane bets. That's insanity is what it is. That's just, you just lost $3,000 is what that is.
A lot of confidence in the Chicago Bears. I actually have one more big bet for you.
The Bears, they'll be lucky. They will be lucky, like more luck than God if they get a wild card. It'll be the greatest thing that ever happened to them since 1985.
What has
It's an incredible setup here, incredible matchmaking, incredible storytelling. Oh, you had to come here. All these fighters that step in here are warriors, and all have my respect. And I'm into this game, yeah. We'll be into this, yeah.
And we are live here in the Maverick Center here in Salt Lake City. What a night it is going to be. Historic indeed for BKFC 56.
Whoever's the king of violence right here, this is going to be a great fight.
Early on the target. Right hand from my very double jab. Who's the king of violence? I am!
Combat fighting in its purest form, bare knuckle fighting in the city of angels.
We've got the biggest announcement in the BKFC history we're about to make, so let's make that announcement.
What's up, Knucklemania? The notorious Conor McGregor here. Ladies and gentlemen, the huge announcement that I have for you today. Conor McGregor, myself, and McGregor Sports and Entertainment is now an owner of Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. Welcome to the big leagues. David Feldman, baby, we did it.
He's now an owner of BKFC with us, and we're going to take this motherfucking thing all the way to the top.
What's so funny, Carver High?
I went to check. Obviously, I'm going to bring up that the U.S. didn't cover. It was 103-86 was the final against South Sudan. So I go to look for the box score because I wanted to see who the leading scorer was for the United States. And the headline for the game is USA answers second half push from South Sudan. I mean, let's be easy there. Second half push. They were I mean, come on. It was never in single digits. They basically just toyed with them. I mean, it was never in doubt.
That was it.
Second half push. Either way, Bam had 18 for the top score for the United States. They actually had 4, 5, 6 guys in double figures, so they spread it out very well. Booker had 10, LeBron had 12, Ant had 13, Durant had 14, and Derek White was 3 for 3 from 3 with 10 points.
Your boy Jimmer's hurt.
US.
He's hurt. It looks like he's got a thigh or a quad. They're taping him. He can't even get up right now, and they're getting their ass beat by Poland.
They are getting destroyed by this team. You talk about getting worked. I mean, Poland basically watched the game yesterday against Serbia, and they said, all right, we got one really big dude with the beard and the shaved head. Just throw it to him every single time, and he'll push the United States around.
He looks like a bad guy in a movie. He's so scary looking, that Polish big man. I mean, he's right out of a scary movie or something. He's a bad guy, a mafia guy.
Or Under Siege with Steven Seagal. He's one of the bad guys.
That's
Under
right.
Siege or one of those type of
Red
movies
Alert.
from the late 80s, early 90s. That's what that guy looks like there. More NFL for you. I gave you the big bet on the Bears. There was also a big bet on the Chiefs, but this one a little bit more realistic
Sensible.
of hitting. The Chiefs are minus 250 to win the AFC West. Somebody put 250 large on the Chiefs, minus 250 to win the AFC West. They, of course, won the AFC West 8 years in a row. So lots of big bets over at BetMGM in the last couple days.
Well, I mean, all those teams in that division with them stink. So, I mean, that's all there is to it. Now, people are going to think it's the Chargers because of Jim Harbaugh, that he's just going to waltz in there and win all these games and win that division. They're tripping. He's never, he's won everywhere he's been, but not with immediacy. Not with immediacy. I think this year they gutted it, and they're going to go out there and they have some talent. What was their total? 8.5, something like that. I don't think they're racking up and winning the division and racking up wins and kicking everyone's ass. I don't believe that. I've never bought into – I think Herbert's got talent, but I've never bought into him being a killer. I don't think he's a killer. I think he's good, and I think he's a little overrated in my book. I mean, the bottom line is we hear how great he is every year. I don't deny his size and talent and arm strength and abilities at all, but they haven't translated to anything. Wins, playoffs, nothing. Am I wrong? No.
Did you see this guy Barry shooting the free throws underhand? Have you seen
I'm watching
this
him
out
right
from
now.
this guy?
Is that Rick Barry's kid?
Cameron Barry shooting the underhand free throws, and he has single-handedly turned this game around at the line. He has made like 4 in a row. They called a tech on the Polish guy, I guess, for flopping. I don't know what happened.
They're down 2.
And now they're down 2 after being down 17-12, 17-11. So they're making a late comeback. I mean,
underhanded.
He was shooting the free throws.
But they
and
just
Jimmer's
turned
back
over the
out
ball.
there.
I don't even know what the call was. So bad, the call. I don't know what that call was. I never saw anything wrong. I don't know. They must have some funny rules or something outside that 3-point line.
Yeah.
Now they turned it
I
over.
believe
again.
so. Wild
this
game
chick's making
here.
so many calls. I can't keep track of all of her whistles. This chick ref.
She's wearing out the whistle. That's for sure. I don't know what she's doing, but like
She hasn't had a problem with the undercooked meat at the Village that I've been hearing about. She loves it. She likes her. She likes her meat
This
raw.
is supposed to be fast-paced and physical, and she's blowing the whistle every 12 seconds and not allowing the game to flow at all. And there's this big fella going inside again. He just doesn't stop this guy down low. When we come back,
but they don't even guard him.
No, they can't guard him. It's like they don't even. It's like the guy yesterday. They're not even trying. We'll come back. News we've been waiting for a long time. The NFL is going to try something out, Scotty, in the preseason that we have been calling for forever for them to do. I'll tell you about it when we come back.
What has happened? What has transpired here at the First Bank Center here in Denver, Colorado? It wasn't just a big night of fight. It was a big night of memorable moments. Conor McGregor with us here in Denver, Colorado. Good left hand from Ron Paul. Right hand right back from Mike Perry.
Can I get a face-off with Conor McGregor, man?
It's an incredible setup here, incredible matchmaking, incredible storytelling. Oh, you had to come here. All these fighters that step in here, warriors, and all have my respect. And I'm into this game, yeah. We'll be into this, yeah.
And we are live here in the Maverick Center here in Salt Lake City. What a night it is going to be. Historic indeed for BKC 56.
Whoever's the king of violence right here, this is going to be a great fight. Perry on the target. Right hand from Mike Perry. Double check. Who's the king of violence? I am!
Combat fighting in its purest form, bare knuckle fighting in the city of angels.
We've got the biggest announcement in the BKFC history we're about to make, so let's make that announcement.
What's up, Knucklemania? The notorious Conor McGregor here. Ladies and gentlemen, the huge announcement that I have for you today. Conor McGregor, myself, and McGregor Sports and Entertainment is now an owner of Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. Welcome to the big leagues. David Feldman, baby, we did it.
He's now an owner of BKFC with us, and we're going to take this motherfucking thing all the way to the top now.